This is my development plan on cricket, and I'll be focusing on the weakness that is back foot shots. The smart goal will be improving cut shots. Goals will be set out on the field in correct areas and the ball will be bowled at the batsman, and the batsman will try to hit the balls through the goals 20 times to get a score. Halfway through my action plan, I want the score to increase by 4. Week 1 will start with a warm-up of shuttle runs and then stretches, especially in the upper body and arms, and then a sport-specific fielding drill to get people up and going for it. Session 1 will involve a pole with a ball on it that the batsman will have to play a cut shot with the correct technique, looking through everything including footwork and arm position to hit the ball off the pole. Session 2 will be an underarm delivery will be bowled at the batsman, and using a back foot defensive shot should stop the ball, again looking at technique of the shot. This session will be fairly unintense, and the sessions will go on for 40 minutes, 1 and 2. And there will be 8 sessions, 8 weeks to do the sessions, which will cause physiological and psychological adaptations and allow them to take place. So there will then be a cool down to calm the heart rate and some static stretching, so there's no injuries the next day. Week 2 we'll have another warm up with pulse radius stretches and sport specific drills, and then there'll be a target area that will be put down in the field so that when you play the shot off the pole you have to aim for that area, and if you don't get through, it is a failed shot. This will make the previous drill more exciting, preventing tedium. And session 2 will be an overarm delivery throw, pitch short, so that the batsman is able to do a back foot defensive. And cones will be used for area that the ball has to stay in, so the ball does not fly away. It's making sure it's a defensive shot and not a drive. There will then be a cool down with static stretches and to calm the heart rate once more. In week 3 and 4, the intensity will start to go up, but the frequency will still be the same. There will still be 2 sessions per week. For session 1, it's the same shot that has to be played, the cut shot, but a ball will be thrown down at the batsman and the targets will be the same, so making it more match-like. And for session 2, a bowler will start to bowl at the batsman, but there will still be a barrier or area where the ball cannot leave, so you're still playing that defensive shot. In week 4, session 1 will be changed, so the bowler will bowl, making it more like a match-like situation. So the cut is still the same, but there's now a bowler, so that means there'll be different balls, and it'll be unpredictable for the batsman. There's still warm up and cool downs, but then there's session 2, where a bowling machine will be used to bowl fast at the batsman, letting the batsman use the back foot defensive drive correctly to keep his wicket and not get bowled out. There will then be an evaluation period, hitting the ball through the goals using the cut shot I was talked about earlier. 0 out of 20 score, so anywhere between that. And I want a 4 improvement from the start one, giving the batsman a goal. In weeks 1 to 4, training start very far towards closed on the open to close continuum. But as I try to make it more game-like, it will become more open as bowlers and fielders will be introduced. There will be mass practice as there will be lots of balls bowled, and also law of readiness and Thorndike's law will be put into the training. Psychological adaptations will be start to seen in the first 4 weeks, as phase of learning may be changed from cognitive to associative, and physiological adaptations may start to be seen in the musculoskeletal system, as the cut shot will focus on different muscle groups, causing muscular hypertrophy. Week 5, session 1, cones are on the crease. Our target is to work on footwork. There'll be no balls involved, making it a static session and making it a very closed skill. Session 2 is a pull shot, as that's the next back foot shot we can practice. The ball will again be placed on a pole and the correct footwork and technique will be focused on. Then we'll need a cool down and more feedback and motivation will be introduced. Intrinsic motivation will be seen as the batsman will start to feel improvements and will have a sense of pride. And extrinsic feedback will be seen as positive feedback, which will help strengthen the SR bonds. From week 5 to 8, there'll be a third session. This will be pairs cricket, of pairs of bowling, batting and fielding against each other. This is a match-like situation, adds a competitive edge, and can focus on some players' social inhibition facilitation. During week 6, the session will be changed, so the box is still placed around the batsman, while a ball is bounced at him. He must play the shot while keeping the footwork the same. The correct footwork is very important. And in session 2, cones will be placed down to let the batsman know where to stand while he hits the ball off the pole. So working on footwork of the pull shot. And pairs cricket again, but only cut shots can score the batting side runs, making the players relate the cut shot to a match-like situation. And this could help lower social inhibition about playing the shot, being nervous in a game about playing the shot. During week 7, session 1 will be changed as the box will be enlarged and bowlers are put into the drill, making the balls unpredictable and like a real game. Session 2, the ball will be bounced to the batsman in the centre of the body. Using the correct footwork learned in session 1, the batsman should play the shot and time it perfectly. And in session 3, pairs cricket will be done with pull shots being the only way to score runs, making sure that the performers will use the pull shot in actual games. The same warm-up and cool-downs will be used with different fielding drills so that all elements of the game are practiced. During the final week, session 1 will have bowler batsmen, but without any footwork barriers, just making it seem match-like and like a real game. And in session 2, real bowlers will bowl at the batsman and the pull shot will be testing if the work on the pull shot and the technique has been successful. Session 3 will involve a game working on backwards defensive shot, where the batsman can be caught one hand, one bounce, so the player will try and stop the ball dead so that he will not get out. This will be competitive and working with defensive shots so you can play it in a game. There'll be a final evaluation session where the cut shot test out of 0, hitting it through the goals. There should be a 6-score improvement over the first test. During weeks 5 to 8, trainings will have games or match-like situations in the third session. This will help stop this social inhibition, as practicing with an audience will give them more confidence, especially if there is a satisfier included. It will also reduce match stress. Also, guidance and feedback will be put into the sessions. In the latter of the training sessions, this will help confidence and for improving skills. Psychological adaptations would be changing group dynamics, as everyone will be learning and playing together in pairs, so the teams will work well together. This will help cohesion in the group. And physiological adaptations, strength training adaptations while playing, linking to muscle connective tissue adaptations.